So this half, my primary focus is going to be on how is he rotating? What decisions is he making in terms of his relationship with his teammates? And that's my primary focus. And then secondly, when he's in those sort of scramble situations again, I'm still going to be paying attention to his decision making. That's oh, that's so unlucky. Poor Zipix. Zywoo's shooting at someone in the back. Zipix just swings out and gets insta one tapped. Jeez. But this is the advantage of being Zywoo in that you don't need to op. You can MP9, you can M4, you can AUG. So the fast molly, just a simple too long setup. He's listening for cat, by the way. You know, it's easy to look at this and say like, oh, Astralis, they're leaving cat open, like so bad. But they're playing against pistols, right? They know there's no AKs coming out. I never know about this one. I feel like it's easy to dodge when I see people throw it, but I see a lot of top players throwing this flash. Or some iteration of this flash. Like I've never once like, you know, like what's the Pix doing? I guess he's just like so focused in on the angle. I don't know. Dude, guys. Okay, maybe it's a god flash, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. He has the spawn, so you're just gonna run out and throw. So Vitality 3B. So let's see, what does Zywoo do here? Okay, flash off cat. He sees two. Yeah, the flashes come in. So that's pretty standard play. Good kill at long. I always think it's so interesting the different flashes people throw for long. Everyone has a different setup. So right here, this is okay, so this is a lot better positioning for Zywoo compared to the last round, where when you only have two toward A, typically you want to play to hold on to long or hold on to cat. And when he's playing ramp there, he can get isolated and just trade it out. Whereas here, if they attack the A bomb site, he can take a few shots and fall back toward long, which I imagine is what we'll see if Astralis decide to execute into A. It's Astralis, so I might expect something like a cat fake into a mid B, and then they'll decide like last minute kind of what to do. Yeah, Zywoo kind of hard reading that they're gonna drop and go mid B. Yeah. So just a really good read on what Astralis is wanting to do. I mean, to be fair, it was transparent enough that even I called it out, and I don't exactly study Astralis to counter strat them, right? Like, yeah, they're gonna throw stuff cat and then go mid B. 5 seconds later, they throw stuff cat and go mid B. So so that's honestly partially that's a symptom of Dust 2 in the sense that Dust 2 doesn't have a ton of variation you can do. And I had no idea when Astralis was going to throw that, but you generally don't want to be that predictable to where the the random rank G players calling out your strats. Apex fragging out in middle. Again, I'm not too sure how I feel about Zywoo like playing the sight side here, but it's like he sees the flash come in, the smoke come in. He's just staying alive, not committing. He's getting pinched. Oh my gosh. They were on pistols, but that was still clean. Yeah, I'm much more comfortable in these situations. Like playing toward long in these 2v like 2-3 setups. Oh, Astralis just walks out and deletes everyone. Zywoo never really too concerned with the optimal, like, perfect plays. He's very comfortable just being like, I'll just peek. I'll just go for the kills. I'm Zywoo. I'll probably win the fight. Like, obviously it looks really dumb if they wide swing out and shoot him in the face right there, but he just isn't too worried about it. He's never stressed. I feel like this is around Astralis goes back out long A. RPK gets tested. They've hit B twice. Yeah. Yep. Come on, Astralis. You can't be... I like this. A lot of operas are tempted here to like hold really close to the wall. And you generally want to give some lead time out from your angle. Basic stuff, but always good to repeat the basics when you can. Just ingrain it further in your mental muscle memory, your decision matrix. Oh, unless that happens. Unless that happens. Oh god. Oh god. What a disaster. What a disaster. Unless your star opera gets crouch peak wide swung by Dupree, who just one taps him in the face. Why is Navarre going for this? What the heck, Navarre? Alright, I know that looked bad, but like, it was a 1v2. It was winnable. Oh, it is, yeah, that is really easy to make fun of. So I heard the upshot. Zywoo holding a pixel next to the wall this time. Try to wide swing me now, Dupree. Haha. See what happens. Alright, so he has the CZ. 3 of them have guns. I like that the guns are playing on the same side of the map. The pistols are playing on the other. That's just generally speaking, how you want to do it. You don't want to... It's just a simple pop flash. It's nice. Stolen. You don't want to put your rifles on, like, islands when you're forcing. RPK should be playing anti-flash here, Zywoo has the wider angle. Doesn't matter because they push through, but... Oh, brutal. Brutal. That's interesting. Zywoo knows that he's likely to be spawn, or at least top mid, based on the way the rounds played out. Device was likely called opping mid early, or maybe even like more recently, maybe he took an op shot. They killed 2. There was no immediate trade or pressure from tunnel or from top cat, so they're reasonably confident that the only place that they're going to be peeking from is spawn, trying to go for a quick like refrag with an op or a rifle, and then tunnel. And Zywoo wasn't exposed to tunnel there. Or like ostensibly speaking, they could also be top mid, but yeah, this is a flash Zywoo throws a lot. Astralis aren't spamming smoke, so they don't worry about it. It's very much just so that they have the last flash coming out in their fights. That way he doesn't have to flick his mouse around. So they're pushed into tunnels. I don't like that they haven't rotated one guy to A yet. Like why is Navarra rotating when Apex? Unless Apex is just stuck in the corner and hears steps. Alright, so Zywoo coming over here again. Sitting with a flash. Astralis very likely to be coming cat. If not B tons right now. So okay, Navarra, yeah, cat. So that tree flash again. Okay, I'm converted. I'm converted to the Church of Zywoo. Bang. So yeah, very slight like mispositioning by Zywoo, but the idea was there. Isolate the cat guy when you're not exposed to long. Unfortunately, Device legged him and then Magisk just had to body shot him, so. Alright, how does he play Car? Because I think Device is Device is probably the best at like playing this right. Simple's the best at just making crazy things happen here. Simple just dominates from car. Device doesn't dominate, but he makes sure that he's impacting always. Like Simple will have big games on Dust 2, but it's rare. I don't want to say it's rare, but he doesn't have the same impact as Device. Device, when he's like fragging, the game's over. Sometimes Simple has 25 kills and a half and they win like 8-7. It just feels so bad watching it. And part of that's Device's teammates. Uh, but pretty standard here by Zywoo. Yeah, he gets the read that they're about to run boost out. You see the scope way to the right. Flashing for his teammate. Alright, so first round he's going mid. I don't know why. If they lose this round, it's gonna be so sad. Like frankly, that's so... Like, one thing you don't want to do if your strategy is working and it's working super well is change it. And they've been dominating Astralis this game. Like, yeah, it's good play by Zywoo, but now they're down numbers. Well, they equalize with that, but like, oh my god. Alright, I take it all back. I'm back to the Church of Zywoo. What am I even saying? But yeah, like, you saw that he's out of position. They have 2 rifles on A. They get overwhelmed at A. Luckily, he makes it back and stops them with the util and the op, but they could have very easily gone the other way. Back to mid again. Just trying to throw a change of pace up in the last couple of rounds. We've talked time and time again about how Zywoo doesn't really, he's not really too pressed about the right way to do things. He's very comfy just, playing by feel. And it's not to say that it's a bad way of doing things. It's just to say that he's okay with things not being optimized. The double util kills back-to-back rounds. Alright, Zywoo, go back to A, dude. Like, no offense, but what are you doing, man? You've left A 2 rounds in a row for no reason. And your A players have died 2 rounds in a row. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Zywoo's not going A, he's running mid. He's like, yo, bro, peeking mid. He doesn't care. And so I want to clarify, like, my thoughts on Zywoo. I feel like he never makes wrong decisions. But it seems like, at least from this game, he isn't making the optimized decision very often. And what I mean by that is that if you watch him play, it's good decision after good decision after good decision. But it's rarely the type of decision making you'll see out of a Nico or a Simple or even like a Zipex or a Flusha, in the sense where like everything is mapped out and super precise. Zywoo's playing very he has a very solid decision matrix, and it's not optimized. And that's why I think you still see players like Nico, like Simple, have these crazy performances that just look on another level, even compared to Zywoo. But it's also undeniably more effective. Just look at what Zywoo's able to do with it within his team, compared to a Simple or a Nico. So I think that's really interesting, and that's one of the things I'm taking away from this is that things don't have to be optimized, but they have to be damn good, and they have to be consistently damn good. Oh my god, is Astralis not going A for the third round in a row? I just want to point this out. The massive balls on this play, right? You know someone's here from the grenade, right? So you know someone's around here. 14-15. If you lose, you go to map 3. After you dominated map 1. Your teammates are struggling at A, so you go and you push B. Like, that's ballsy. And like, so you see here, like these are more pixel perfect peaks. So he has the ability to do it. It's just he isn't pressed most of the time. Oh, I wouldn't have unscoped there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is Zywoo thought the same thing I did. He's like, oh no, I've made a bad decision here. If you see the position Zywoo's in, Navera could very much be helping CT in CT spawn. Instead, he rotates over toward B doors. Luckily, it looks like RPK and friends are gonna kill everyone on site, but RPK and who? Can't see the name. Oh, Zywoo trying to catch people falling off? Oh, that's tragic. Ooh, damn. Goodbye, says Dupree. Far away. I like that he played. Again, he's just so calm. It's not even like nerves of steel type thing. It's just his decision making is so relaxed. Like, look at this. There we go with those pixel perfect intentional peaks. Oh, later. Oh, later. And Apex 1v4. Let's watch it out just for his sake. One shot. Oh, that sucks. Ticked by the molly. Spam through. Alright. Zywoo says GG. The final scoreline of that was Zywoo 41 and 26 plus 15. 108 ADR. Some interesting thoughts. The big takeaways are, first off, Zywoo never rushes anything. Nothing is, and I don't want to say that he never does, but overwhelmingly, his decision making is calm, steady, consistency based. And that doesn't mean it's optimized. Like if you look at Device's positioning is very optimal. It's very, this is the right play. Zywoo is sort of in the middle. He's saying, this is a right play. This is a good play. It's not the best play, but it's a good play. And he does that constantly. Then, moving more specifically, on T side, he didn't seem too worried about, like, when he's opping at least, he didn't seem too worried, and when he was deagling even, about his very precise peeking. It was very laissez-faire. Just, oh, I'm just going to swing out, right? I'm just going to see what I can make happen. And then post plants, he wasn't going for the more standard setups. He was always looking for more. Give me more. I'm not committing yet. I'm not committing to a decision yet. I'm getting as much info as I possibly can before I commit to a position. That was really, that stuck out quite a lot. And then beyond that, CT side, just basics. His basics were so clean. He caught out of position again. He's not playing super precise. It's just every decision is good. It's not the best, but it's good. And when every single decision you make is good, you end up being the best player in the world.